Hey friends! Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and today I have a double Disney sneak peek to share with you from Diamond Art Club. They've got a Disney drop happening tomorrow, which is Wednesday, March 25th, I believe, and I have a Little Mermaid kit, my personal favorite Disney princess, to share with you guys in a very iconic moment. And I also have a belated sneak peek or a first look unboxing to share with you of these Frozen bookmarks that came out a little while back and are still in stock on the website if you're wanting a special drill project to take a look at. So we'll be looking at both of these. We're going to start with this Little Mermaid diamond painting kit, and then we'll take a look at the bookmarks later. So if you just want to see the bookmarks, you can skip ahead. But otherwise, we're going to start with this full-size diamond painting kit. This is called Let Your Heart Sing, and it's, of course, from Disney's The Little Mermaid, this iconic moment that I feel like if you were really into this movie as a kid, we all like reenacted the scene in our bathtubs and our parents got mad at us. So I love it. Now, this is all officially licensed with Disney. So Diamond Art Club does have official Disney licensing. So unlike a lot of stolen artwork you'll see out there with the Disney IP, everything at DAC is going to be above board. So you see all the official, this is like their current Disney princess branding that Disney is using. They've got like this pink everything and, Little Mermaid on the side and whatnot. This is going to have square drills, which we'll get into it. It's going to have lots of details. And then we've got the size point is 60 by 72.9 centimeters or 23.6 by 28.7 inches. 80 colors where? Okay, well, I say that a lot, but Diamond Art Club always has a reason. So 80 colors in total in this kit, including 1 AB and 5 fairy dust. Those are special drills. We'll talk about those when we're looking at the drills in a little bit. On the back, they tell you how to diamond paint. If you are new to the craft, I will also have some how-tos and other beginner videos linked below you can watch. Kit contents, we're going to go through all of this, of course, and then at the bottom of the box, they do tell you what the kit is and put the name of it there in case you're like me and store it on its side on shelves. So they also have the Disney Princess official branding at the other end. Now this looks like this is one of their kind of uncommon side opening boxes. So I think I'm just going to have to rip all of the plastic off of this one. I feel like these side opening boxes we basically see on certain Disney release kits, but one of their more recent Disney drops I don't think had them. So I don't totally know what the sort of system to it is, but yeah, normally if it's just a normal Diamond Art Club box, it just opens at the end. I can leave the plastic wrapped on, but I don't think they're planning to move to these boxes like more widespread. It just seems to be one-offs like this one. So side opening box, let's see what we're looking at in terms of toolkit and hopefully a treasure quest card. Let's start with a toolkit though. So Diamond Art Club's toolkits are pretty solid and I feel like kind of a step above what's gonna come with your run-of-the-mill diamond painting toolkit. For example, they give you an upgraded pen. They call this a twist and pick pen. It's not all the way twisted in, so you can kind of see the inner workings of it. Normally, it comes partially twisted in, so all you have to do is start twisting it and the wax will start coming out the end. That looks like the inside of it needs to be cleaned out because normally the wax doesn't come out in that weird little stringy bit. I'll kind of try to fix that up later. Some sharp tweezers will probably take care of it, but or if you really run into issues, you can contact customer support. But preloaded with the clear wax, you can use that. There also is a multi-placer on the end. It comes with a 4-placer. They also give you a 7-placer, which they tuck in here with some extra wax. So if you run out of what was included in the pen there, if you want to use this in your multi-placer, they give you some clear wax. Here's that 7-placer. They also give you some of their classic pink heart wax. So there's a thin plastic film in there you want to peel back before you try to load up your pen. You can use that in the single or the multi-placer. We also get some baggies to store some of your leftover diamonds in, and their trays are my favorite easily of their toolkit upgrades. These are bigger than a standard diamond painting tray. I like to multi-place, so I like a tray that I can have plenty of diamonds in. It comes with a removable stopper and a sliding lid, and they are stackable. They've got cutouts on the top and bottoms. They can stack on top of each other. There is enough space at the end. It fits their sticker labels too, which is handy if you are someone that likes to get up all of your diamonds into storage containers and work from there. So let's take a look now in here. Let's see what our treasure quest card is, if we got one. All right, so Treasure Quest cards, let's talk about it really quickly. These are part of a secondary rewards program. So we've got their standard rewards program, which is really generous and points-based and stuff. And then we have their secondary rewards program through their Treasure Quest cards. Now, these are a pretty collectible, but also they have a rank. This one is bronze, and by far the most common rank of these cards is going to be bronze. If you get this kit, you're most likely also going to get a bronze card, but there's also a chance you could get a silver, gold, or even a black card. Black is the rarest. Once you get various combinations of these different tiers of cards, you can redeem them for things like gift cards or a custom diamond painting. You scratch this off gently here, and there is a redemption code. You can go to the Treasure Quest code part of the website and put it in there. I have a video explaining that process and walking through the process of getting a custom diamond painting from DAC with that program. So if you're interested, that'll be linked below too. On the inside of this envelope, there's a lot of helpful info. I just want to point out that they do have a Facebook group and they have a mobile app. Now in here, we're going to have a set of stickers. We've got, of course, Little Mermaid, the original artwork here, I love. And then our colors, our sticker labels here on the inside. These are pre-cut and ready to go if you kit up your diamonds into storage containers or baggies. I love using these. The right-hand column, this is the DMC code. It comes from the DMC brand of floss like in cross stitch, and most diamond painting companies use this color code system. Their special drills are at the end, so Z is going to be our fairy dust diamonds, AB is going to be our AB color. We'll look at those in a little bit when we're actually looking at the diamonds. We also have some 6000s range colors, and those are going to be colors that Diamond Art Club has actually created to fill gaps in the DMC color code system. Since there are some colors that are a little bit more limited in terms of what they have to offer, like purples, blues, browns are really common ones. Sometimes Diamond Art Club goes, you know what? We make all our drills in-house. How about we make some colors to fill these gaps in the DMC color code system? And that's exactly what they've done with those. So let's go ahead and open this up. I have to look right away. Okay, because I see pink lines, which I had that on my sneak peek last week and was kind of confused because I thought they were moving away from those. I forgot to message them to check and see if that was the case, but we'll talk about it in a minute. Here is this just iconic artwork, this iconic moment from the movie. This really wants to stay rolled up. Let me help this along. You can roll your canvas backwards. It'll also eventually lay flat on its own, but I'd like to move it along. Okay, so what a fun piece, you guys. If you want, take a look at the screen. I'll pop up a picture of the whole canvas and frame so you can see all of it together. But let's go ahead and take a look at the features of this kit if you're new to this company and aren't familiar. We got their branding at the top. Do What Makes You Sparkle, Diamond Art Club. We've got the canvas material, which I do really like. It has a patented backing on it and has a nice weight to it. What I really look for in a canvas is, does it lay flat well? Does it hold drills well? And is it just easy to diamond paint on? And this ticks all those boxes for me. They also use poured glue, which is very sticky. And we have a thick plastic cover with perforated sections. So these pink lines are on the outside. It hasn't transferred to the glue. And these have pre-sectioned off areas. If you like having those kinds of areas to tear off the plastic cover and work within, you can. You just give it a tug when you want to split it. Like I said, they kind of, I thought, had been moving away from the pink lines like quite a while ago, and we've been seeing gray lines on the canvases. So I'm interested to see if this is just kind of a one-off production period and they're going to go back to gray, or if they're switching back to pink. I'll see what I can find out. But anyway, we have legends at the top left as well as at the bottom right. At the bottom left of the canvas, we've got the title, the size, and copyright. So like I mentioned earlier, this is all legally licensed from Disney. And while there is a lot of stolen artwork out there in diamond painting form using this IP, this is not the case with Diamond Art Club. Everything is above board. So anything you see from them that is Disney is legally licensed. Here we have a discount code and their socials, and we have a bit of info about their lifetime warranty. So as long as you are the original owner and purchaser of your kit, you're covered under that lifetime warranty, which includes things like if you were to run out of a drill color, if you have other issues with your kit, you can contact customer support and they can take it from there. Looking up close, this is going to be a confetti heavy canvas in some areas. Now, confetti is where you have a lot of color changes in a small area. There's good examples down here. And that means that you're usually going to be doing more single placing and changing the color in your tray out more often. I am seeing some areas of color blocking, especially in the background though. Color blocking is the opposite of confetti. Here's an example. It's a bunch of the same color in a small area. So you'll be able to multi-place that and have that color in your tray for longer. So yeah, the background of this kit looks more color blocking heavy, but the bottom half of this kit looks more confetti heavy. So you're gonna have, I guess, a nice mix. Ariel herself, actually a decent amount of color blocking in her hair and her skin tones. And then this background color, I bet we're gonna have a bunch of that blue color. That's all gonna be color blocking up there too. So yeah, a nice mix of both, I feel like. And this is the kind of thing I almost would work on this in columns where as I am going along, I can work on some sections with lots of confetti and then get a little breather by working on some with lots of color blocking. If confetti is something, or if color blocking is something that really fatigues you, that could be one way to approach it instead. Okay, we're at about 73 by 60 centimeters. We're listed as 72.9 by 60 centimeters. So we are right on the money there. Now let's take a look at these drills. Ooh, look at that color palette. Yeah, lots of blues for the skies. I am really curious to see what our special drills are gonna be and find out where those go. So let's see. All right, here's our color spread again out of the package, and let's go ahead and take a peek. So first off, you're gonna see that there is the DMC code printed on these bags. They're not in DMC order though, we'll hold that thought, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bags of our first special drill. This is Z3865 and is a fairy dust diamond, and fairy dust diamonds have what looks like a fine glitter coating on the top almost. It gives it a pearlescent sheen and a shimmery effect. It's definitely more subtle than an AB, which we do have one AB color in this kit we'll find and talk about, but a lot of this white fairy dust color, 4 big bags of it. So I'm guessing that's gonna be the white like in the sky and in the waves. But after we look at all the diamonds, we will find these special drill placements together. Here's our next special drill already. We have 2 good sized bags of Z747. So we have a light blue fairy dust in the mix. You can see the glitter coating on these a little bit better than the white. It does look like someone just went in and brushed a fine mica powder, like glitter, on the tops of these diamonds that matches the color. Looks really pretty. Now, I started to say that these are not actually in DMC order. They're roughly in order of weight or the amount of diamonds that there are of that color. This can be handy if you kit up with a variety of storage container sizes, because then you can, I feel like it's helpful to start with the smallest and go to the largest. And yeah, just help with the kitting up process sometimes. Diamond Art Club square drills, I really enjoy working with them a lot. I feel like there's some of the best quality that's out there. Hold that thought, because I see our next special drill. Of course, can we have a Little Mermaid kit without some special drills in her red hair? Of course not. We have Z666. This, of course, has to be in her hair. Got to give a little bit of shimmer to that icon. Yeah, Diamond Art Club squares, to go back to what I was saying, they're really consistent in size and shape, which really matters with square drills because they sit flush up against each other on all sides. So if they're not consistent in size and shape, or if they're trashy and have tabs sticking off the sides, it's going to be painfully obvious and your drills are going to pop. Our next, and I think this is our last fairy dust color, is Z966. We've got a nice like mint green color here. So I think maybe all we have left special drills wise is an AB. Unless I miscounted, we might have one more fairy dust. I know it was only like a minute ago, but I've lost count already. We shall see. So getting into the colors, we just have the smallest amount of. So yeah, we must only have a little bit of a, whatever the AB is. I did miscount. Here is what I believe will be our last fairy dust color. We've got Z155. I love this purple fairy dust. I feel like the darker the color, the more the fairy dust coating really pops. And so I like one a lot. So my guess is that's going to be in her shells. Okay, last strand. Let's see what our AB is going to be. All right, we've got AB 3819, this chartreuse. I try not to call it something as offensive as puke green, but let's be real here. This is, yeah, a very distinct color. There's only a tiny amount of. Truly no idea where that one is going to go, but we will find out very shortly. And then we just have these little amounts. Again, I know that I was like 80 colors where, but I also am typically very trust the process when it comes to number of colors with DAC. They don't really tend to steer me wrong when it comes to that. So, all right, I'm going to take a quick peek ahead of you, especially to find wherever the heck that AB is. And yeah, I'll be right back. Well, this was actually one of the easier ones to find special drills in that I've had in a while. So let's talk about it. For the AB, we had that chartreuse color, and then for our fairy dust, we had a purple, a red, a light blue that we had, I think, 2 bags of, then kind of a minty green, and then 4 bags of white fairy dust. So the white fairy dust right off the bat is going to be in the white color areas. There's not really a plain white color in this kit, so anytime you're seeing like a really white color, it's going to be the white fairy dust. It's right next to a slightly lighter blue color in some areas, but yeah, it's a lot of the spray coming off of the waves, like the splash. Going all the way around, the white down here, it looks white, but this is actually not. This is a slightly off-white color. This is not the fairy dust down here, but once we get up here, now we're back into white fairy dust. The light blue fairy dust is going to be one of the lighter blue colors. It looks darker in camera because of the symbol, but it's going to be one of the light blue colors that's throughout the water and the waves crashing through here. It's kind of twining throughout here. It's through here. It's down here. There's actually some of the white fairy dust down here too. And we're gonna have more of it up there too. So stay tuned for more on that. There's actually some over here. This is the light blue fairy dust. Then that chartreuse AB. The chartreuse AB is this bright green color. There's a patch of seaweed right here that has that chartreuse AB. It's also what looks like a yellow color over here in this patch of seaweed. Those are the only 2 spots that I found it. Then we have little patches of the mint fairy dust in these 2 spots. Not the main spot you're going to find that one, but there is some there. Let's pull this up and keep going. The mint fairy dust, the place that really gets to shine is in her tail. It's not the darker color, it's this lighter minty color kind of going throughout here. And that fairy dust color I think is going to work really well with kind of the almost transparent look or the shiny look of her tail. It's also right next to some white fairy dust, so lots of special drills in her tail. The white and the spray up here is going to be white fairy dust. We also have some of the light blue fairy dust in the background. So like right here, it's white fairy dust, blue fairy dust, white fairy dust. So lots of shimmer going on back here. There's a line of the mint fairy dust color here along her tail. And then most of the white you're seeing over here is white fairy dust. Then we have a bunch of the light blue fairy dust right next to it through here. And then the purple fairy dust is in fact in her shells. It's the main purple color in her shells. The red fairy dust is this color in her hair. So you can kind of see the 2 different colors in the camera. It's this one. That is red fairy dust. It's all throughout her hair up here too. A little bit of highlights over here. With the lighting, I think that makes sense. More white fairy dust over here and up here. And that's the end of the light blue fairy dust too. There's also a dot of white fairy dust at the center of each of her eyes. So just a little bit of extra shimmer. So that's what we've got as far as special drills in this kit go. It's pretty straightforward in my opinion, and I love the placement. I think it really makes sense, especially when you look at the original artwork. Having all those white and blue fairy dust in the splash here makes sense. In her tail, of course, in her hair, in her shells, makes sense to me. The little like chartreuse ABs and the seaweed too. Yeah, let's go for it. So that is Let Your Heart Sing from Diamond Art Club and the Little Mermaid at Disney. And this one is coming out tomorrow, which is Wednesday, March 25th at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. Now, this release time, since it is a midweek release, they just do the one release time for everybody. They don't do an early release time like they do on the weekends. So this, along with the other Disney kits, it looks like it was a pretty fun drop. So keep an eye out for some of the others. Maybe you can get to free shipping. be sure you're kind of checking those out. I don't know. It's hard to tell with Disney kits sometimes if they're going to sell out, but I hope you're able to snag what you want. And if you are a first-time shopper at Diamond Art Club and want to save 20% off your first purchase, I do have a discount code you can use that is just my name, Katie, Katie, and the number 20. That is an affiliate code, so I may make a small commission if you choose to use it. There's no pressure, but thank you so much if you do. Now, I'm going to pack this up and go ahead and pull out this set of Frozen bookmarks to take a look at. If you are heading out after this kit, though, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and would love to have you as part of my community if you want to see more diamond painting videos. It's all diamond painting all the time here. So anyway, I'll be right back. I'm just going to pack this away and we'll take a look at those bookmarks. I thought I would go ahead and bring you a little bit closer while we're at it so we can take a look at these together. So I think that this was a new product that they released, and there were some other bookmarks that came out as well. And while I actually don't know that I could personally see myself using these as bookmarks, at least not with books that I care about, because I'd be worried about the diamonds potentially leaving divots in the paper. These are the kinds of things that would be really easy to like display, or if you've got a kiddo that wants to work on these. I feel like these are really geared towards kiddos, and even just beginners, someone you want to introduce to diamond painting. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's talk about it. So this one is called Winter Magic with Elsa and Olaf, and these are really cutesy. They look like they're going to be kind of freestyle diamond paintings, and it looks like special drills. So bedazzled bookmarks set of 2. What's the box look like? We got the usual branding on the back. Here's what's included. We're going to go through all of that, some how-tos and stuff like that. Yeah, the usual suspects. So let me go ahead and pop this open. We'll take a look at these. Kind of see what we think. I find that these special projects are not just good for kids and beginners and people that you're wanting to introduce to diamond painting, but also as get me to the free shipping threshold kits, because I have a real problem with paying for shipping on a diamond painting. And sometimes it's like, I don't want to buy a whole other standard diamond painting, which can run like, you know, 40, 50, however many dollars, but like a bookmark set or one of these like special drill projects, it's a little bit less and can get me just over it, that with a discount code, I'm still like getting my savings. I'm girl mathing it as much as I can. Okay, I think we got everything here. There was a lot in there. So they do give you this that does not come with sticker labels. They usually do not. This is not always the case, but usually they do not include sticker labels or a treasure quest card with these special projects. But they still are going to give you ways to identify what the correct color is for the correct spot. So we'll go through that. But they do put some helpful info on here, as well as some tips and tricks that are usually specific to the special drill project. So they, in this case, are giving you some specific tips for attaching the tassel if it's not something you're sure how to do. We'll look at those in a bit. The toolkit is going to be identical to the toolkit that we just looked at. The one exception is going to be the tray. And since I have the other one handy right here, I'm going to show you a little side by side. So this is the tray that came with the big Little Mermaid kit we just looked at. And then this is the tray that came with this special projects kit. It is smaller, and that is for practicality. This would literally not fit in this box. So this actually fits in the box, and it's still gonna hold plenty of diamonds and is still bigger than your plain run-of-the-mill like little green plasticky tray. It still comes with the stopper and the lid and everything, so you still get that, but I just wanted to show you that that is the difference in terms of size on those. So toolkit, if you want to hear me talk in depth about these, we chatted about it in the last kit, so you could take a look there. Okay, let's talk about the bookmarks themselves. Let's start with Elsa here. I've got the magic touch. So these are not double-sided. They've just got the branding on the back. You're just gonna do your diamond painting on the front of this. And that's really cute. I'm glad that they didn't decide to do diamonds on her face. I just don't think that would translate as well. The kind of mixed media vibe, I think, works well with this kind of artwork. And then they have this is like an acrylic, like it feels like almost a plastic material. You can see it there, but it's a nice thickness, so it's sturdy. Also, that thickness is not going to be something I'm going to want to put inside of one of my books, but it is an option. There we go. Okay, so there is that plastic film on there, and then we've got, you can see the glue here. Now, you notice how the glue is like poured on the whole area. not just where the diamonds go. This is going to be an instance where I am going to strongly suggest you seal these after you are done. This will just protect them from dust or dirt, and they'll really seal your diamonds into place too, which on special projects like this, especially if you're planning to use it as a functional bookmark, I say this about their coasters too, especially if you're going to use them. Adding that additional protection of sealer is it's not a DAC recommendation, it's a me recommendation. I have a video on how to seal a diamond painting you could take a look at. They make sprays that you can use to seal. I personally like to use Minwax polyacrylic and clear gloss or high gloss and just brush on a thin layer. It dries super fast, and I have never had a problem with drills coming off in that case. So I tend to suggest that basically always when it comes to these freestyle grid special kinds of little projects. So the symbols you notice are going to all be numbers. So you've got like mostly this number 1, you've got 2, you've got 4, you've got 3 down in here. So yeah, it looks like 1, 2, 3, and 4 are our colors. And the drills that are in here, so it says Elsa, these are packaged separately because, there's also going to be symbols for the number 1 on Olaf that are not going to be the same color as the number 1 symbol on Elsa. So you want to make sure you are keeping these to the bookmark they go with. So on the package of drills themselves, if I could get this open, oh my gosh, I'm riding struggle bus today. Okay, so we've got our 4 colors here, and we just have 2, 4, 1, 3. And so number 1 here is going to be our background color number 1. Number 3 is going to be in her dress right there. Number 2 is going to be I'm just cracking up. Look at all these drills they gave us for literally, there's 2. We need 2 on this bookmark, and they gave us this. You know what? You save them because they're special drills. They're really cute. And then I'm same with the number 4. We need 3 of this color. They gave us a whole bag, and there's 1, 2, 3 in this kit. I'm not mad. I'd rather have extra than not. I hope they gave us enough of this iridescent color, which, speaking of, these are all special drills, which is really fun. This is the background color. It is an iridescent blue. Iridescent diamonds are the name that Diamond Art Club gives to their drills that have a crystal-like effect. There's this mirror backing that's going to go flat on the kit and cover up the symbol and help with the reflectiveness of the drills themselves. So we've got this iridescent background color. And then this is an AB. There's an iridescent coating on these. It's really sparkly as well. And this one is going to be the color that's in her dress. And then these 2 colors are going to be fairy dust diamonds. And fairy dust diamonds have what looks like a fine glitter coating on the top that gives them a pearlescent shimmery sheen. So these fairy dust colors are going to be in the flowers on this particular bookmark. So if you want to get a sense for how it's going to look finished, you can look at the front of the box. And you can see kind of the crystally effect, the AB effect, and the fairy dust is a little more subtle, but it's there. So that's our Elsa bookmark. And then our Olaf bookmark, this is really cute. He's reading the book upside down. I love it so much. And we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, a lot more colors in this one. There's 4. I'm like, do they go in order? There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, we had a lot of colors in this one, you guys. That's so cute. Let's look at the colors, see what our drills look like. I wonder if they're all special drills as well, or if maybe there's a little more variety. Let's see. Making a mess over here. Okay, so right off the bat, this color is an AB. This is number 9. That is this book and this book only. Oh, you can't see because you've got glare. Number 9 is an AB. That's that book right there. Number 1 is not a special drill. That's just regular. Number 2 is also not a special drill. Number 8, no. Number 3 is, though. Ooh, I love this dark green fairy dust. That's so pretty. Number 3 is in the spine of this book and is the book he's reading up here. 10, we have an iridescent light blue color. And that's going to be the shading on the back of Olaf there. Yeah, okay. 7, regular, 6, that's a fairy dust color. 6 is going to be these 2 books here. And then 5 is kind of a rusty orange fairy dust color, and that's in his nose. So about all these colors, it looks like they gave us plenty of. The background colors, neither of those are fairy dust. Those are just regular diamonds. So, or special drills of any kind. So yeah, the Elsa one is all special drills. Olaf is a little bit less in terms of special drills, but it's kind of, I don't know. I like it. It's emphasizing other areas so they stand out. So there's our 2 bookmarks, and then you have the tassels. You could mix these up if you wanted to. You live your life. No one's going to stop you. And the way that you can feed these through, just as a quick little demo, if you aren't sure. I don't know if I should have fed it through the other way, but you can feed it through like this and then just pull. And then you've got your little tassel. I would do that after you finish diamond painting the symbols and sealing it. I would feed that through afterwards and just make sure that when you seal it, that you don't accidentally seal over this hole. So, all right, you guys, that is a look at the Frozen Bedazzled bookmarks as a first look. I believe these are still in stock on the Diamond Art Club website if you wanted to go and take a look. I'll have it linked directly below. And if there are other special drill projects like this you're interested in checking out, they have quite a lot at this point. A lot of them seem to be centered around like Disney and other IPs like Marvel and stuff. So you could see if something catches your eye, especially if you've got a kiddo or someone you want to introduce to the craft. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this belated first look at these bookmarks. Thank you so much for watching. I would invite you to subscribe, like I said earlier, if you watched the first kit that we unboxed. I'd invite you to subscribe to my channel. I do unboxings and reviews from a variety of different companies, as well as tutorials and how-tos related to diamond painting, and weekly whip and chats if you want some company while you're crafting on Monday mornings. But either way, I hope you're doing so very well. Thank you for watching. Happy crafting, and I will chat with you in the next one. Bye, guys.